Naturex, the world leader in natural ingredients, reports results for the first half of 2017. I have the pleasure of being with Olivier Rigaud. Welcome.
Hello.
You are the CEO of Naturex. How did your company fare in this first half? What are your key takeaways?
So we had a solid set of results of the first half. So no surprise on revenue. However, we had solid improvement on profitability on our EBITDA margin. Strong improvement of the working capital. And on some of the other indicators, as you know, our share into the emerging market, we are even ahead of our targets. So this is progressing pretty well. Another indicator I could mention is the share of new products as part of our revenue, where now we are at 6%. So a good move on that front as well.
Let's talk about financials. Are you in line with the financial objectives that you had given yourself?
Yeah, so we are actually really in line with the roadmap we established as part of the Bright 2020 target. And on some respect, yeah, we are very focused on executing that roadmap to get where we need to be by the end of the year. So very, very focused on this.
You also announced two important acquisitions just recently. How do they fit in with your overall development strategy?
So you might remember that the last acquisition made by the group was vegetable juices back in 2014. So indeed at that time we said we would pause for a couple of years just to get the time to get back in terms of restructuring and have the base solid foundation in place to move back to external growth and to accelerate indeed the growth pattern of the company. So these two acquisitions are really in the specific category of fruit and veg in the US. And if you allow me, I would develop slightly the strategy in this platform, because this comes as a combination of, on one side, an asset that is giving us new technologies, know-how, and customer base into specialty vegetables and primarily roasted vegetables, a technology that we didn't have so far. And on the other hand, the second acquisition is about fruit-based solution, and that will give us access as well to a new fruit platform in the US that we didn't have so far. So these two acquisitions as well makes a lot of sense when you think about the combination of what we are doing in terms of organic growth and external M&A. In terms of organic, we've also announced two major initiatives. One is the addition of a new dryer, last generation dryer on our Chicago site that will enable us tomorrow to offer our customers not only wet product, but dry product. And this to serve both the food and bev market as the nutrition and health market. So this is pretty important in terms of new capabilities for our US customer base. The second organic initiative is the acquisition of the minority shares in our Chili Botanics joint venture, and that will enable us to further invest into fruit and veg in the Southern Hemisphere to be able to offer fruit and veg counter season to complement our North American offering. So when you look at the combination of both external growth and organic, makes a lot of sense, increase massively the value proposition for our customers in the US.
And finally, let's talk about the rest of the year. What's your outlook for the second semester and beyond?
So following the end of our simplification initiatives over the first half, H2 is now really focused on growth and energizing, stimulating the customer pipeline. So when we look at Q3, we have a modest growth accelerating over Q4. But primarily what we are really focusing on over the second half is preparing 2018 and beyond. As we all know, pipeline development time takes quite long in the food and bev area. So we are really focused today on energizing our project pipeline for the years to come. So this is really where we focus on. Next to that, you will see in a couple of weeks, some major announcement about open innovation. Open innovation is a very strong angle we are pursuing to accelerate development and accelerate top line. But there are more news to come in the next weeks, on the Naturex front.
Olivier Rigaud, CEO of Naturex, thank you very much.
Thank you.